Ice on my wrist, looking kinda cool. Bad bitch with me, she ain't tryna move. Niggas staring at me, what you tryna do? Got me looking at my watch, and it's time to do.
What is up, everybody? So today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys my Master Hero deck profile I took to the Rosemont 2019 January regionals. As a disclaimer, I went X4 with this deck, but with that being said, the deck did perform above my expectations. If you guys watch my vlog, you guys know why I felt like I went X4. I mean, I played against two rogue decks that I did not prepare for. One being Dinosaurs, which 2-0'd me. Another being Lair Darkness Infernoids, which beat me because they went first, and in game 3 they set up their board and got it. The other two decks that beat me was Rongo Bongo, because he went first. He won game 1, then I won game 2 because I went first. Then he won game 3 because he made Rongo. I didn't have an out, and then it was over from there. Then my other loss was Sky Striker because it was piloted by a really solid player, and I didn't draw the evenly matched to out their big boards, and that was all she wrote. But other than that, the deck's still performing really well. Only minor tweaks need to be made. I will be playing an updated version of this deck at YCS Chicago. Shout outs to everybody who's been following my journey of the Master Hero deck. So I'm gonna start with the monster lineup because this is the most important part, in my opinion at least. 1 Stratos. You definitely need to search out your deck. 1, 2 Honest Neos. Some hero players think 3 is needed. 2 is good because you never want to always open it up. You always want to search out with Stratos or something, or Shadow Mist. And 3 can be overkill. I can never really see myself running more than 2. 1, 2 Shadow Mist because consistency purposes, I don't want to run 3. I don't want to brick them out. 1 Solid Soldier because I'm not running the Naturia Beast build. So in Naturia Beast builds, you want to run 3 obviously, but 1 Solid Soldier in a normal build is fine. Just to trigger your Shadow Mist plays and Stratos plays and etc. 1, 2 Mally. Mally is staple in this deck for your Vion combos, your ISO combos. You run Mally obviously, right? 1, 2 Vions. Now some people think you should run 3. I disagree with that. I mean, yeah, if you open it up, it's a 1 card Dark Law, but there's so many 1 card combos in this deck, I couldn't really fit the room for a 3rd Vion. In a modified version, will I run 3 Vion? Maybe. But for right now, 2 has been doing me fine, so when something's working for me, I don't really like to change it. 1 Spiral Super Agent. This was a tech card for the weekend. It actually performed really well. I see why the OCG versions of heroes run it. It's a good card to have to pop back row, see what your opponent's playing early, and it allows you to extend your plays. 1, 2, 3 Neospace Connector with the 1 Aqua Dolphin. Now, I used to run Summoner Monk in my deck, you guys already know, but I cut it out for Neospace and Aqua Dolphin for good reasons. I'm sorry, for Space Connector for good reasons. Literally, this is like Tour Guide to the Underworld for warrior decks. Normal summon this. Bring out your Aqua Dolphin. Use your Aqua Dolphin's effect, eat a hand trap, and extend your combo plays from there. I'll show you guys a cool combo you can do with this deck with this card after the video. But yeah, man, this card made the deck viable, which is why I like it a lot. So I like this engine more than some of them because it's easier to run. It's a 1 card versus having a picture card. So yeah, man, Neospace Connector, really good card. 1, 2, 3 Ash Blossoms. I was able to get the 3 Ash Blossoms before my regionals this weekend, and it did pretty well. You know, Ash Blossom Joy Spring is a staple in the format. You definitely should be running 3 if you're playing competitive. No exceptions. Easy to side out for decks that it don't work against, but it works against every deck. There's no real reason not to run 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 equip spells. Now, this won me a game. So to everybody who said you're not even saying it's trash, go to hell. This card won me a game. I probably would run a second one of these. A timeless action unit pit in work all weekend, bro. Like, this allowed me to take stuff out of my opponent's graveyard and link with it. Abusing their monsters good. I mean, I like this ratio 5. I feel like 6. You probably could have run 6 to be on the safe side, but 5 with a 42 card main deck was good. That's more to be said about that. I like it a lot. 1 a hero list because it's only at 1. So what can you do? 3 mass change. 2 Pot of Desires. I don't think 3 is needed. 2 is just good for the hand consistency. 1 Monster Born. 1 Regeki. Now, Regeki I'm considering taking out. It's a card that can just win you games. Not gonna lie, just rip it, blow up board, and attack for game. Half of the time I saw myself opening it, I didn't really want to see it, but it did put in work here and there. So I guess I have to run it. It's an OG card. You know, I'm an OG player, so I guess I got to run it. 3 e-calls now because it searches out your Stratos. It searches out your honest Neos. Some people think e-call have a level restriction. It does not. You run 3 in this deck. 1 reinforcement of the army because it's at 1. Search out your Spiral Super Agent. Search out your Connector. What more do you want, man? 1 Spiral Resort. Now this is a tech out of the OCG. I even noticed some OCG hero builds only just run this with no Super Agent, and I can see why, because it shuffles back your great stuff from your graveyard into the deck. So when you're doing your combo plays, let's say you burn through your Dark Laws, you can shuffle them back. And if you just open this up, play your Resort, search out Agent, they're like, what are you playing? It throws them off and you just poke for them if they think you're playing Spirals. It can really mess up mind games with the opponent. And then when you start doing your hero plays, they're like, wow, that's actually pretty techy. So I liked it this weekend. It did a lot of work. Yeah, staple in my opinion at this point. 1, 2, 3 Call by the Grave. Best card Konami getting us back at 3. I'm loving this card, man. Yeah, put in work all weekend. 1 Judgment, 2 Evenly Matched. Now, I went with Evenly Matched main deck and not side deck because I'm not gonna lie, I watched the Simo video, right? And Simo was talking about how everybody should be side deck and evenly matched because it's good against everything. So I had a bright idea, said, well, if it's good against everything, why not main deck it? So I tested that theory at the regionals this weekend. I was disappointed, not gonna lie, because a lot of game ones I opened it up with it and I went first. I didn't need it and I won without it because once I made my Dark Law or Gunblar, people scooped, or when they saw me do my combo, they just scooped and went to game 2 and 3. It did win me 1 game against Thunder Dragons, which is the best card deck to use this card against because after the battle phase, he cleared my board. I cleared his board with evenly and I won. So I think moving forward, I'm gonna take this out of my main deck, putting it back on my side deck. So it was good to test it in the main deck for a while. A lot of players told me, are you playing a Go second deck? I'm like, no. So I should have listened to a lot of people and just side decked instead of main decked it, but I wanted to test my theory out and I was wrong. So moving forward, I'll push this back to the side deck, but it played decently. Like, I didn't hate it every time I opened it. It was cool to have, but it was just not needed most of the times. And the times it was needed, I either got OTK'd or crap happened. So yeah, man, 2 evenly, 1 judgment, 42 card main. Now I'm gonna show you guys my side deck, and then I go to extra first, then side deck. So extra deck, 2 Dark Law, 1 Anki. Nothing more to be said. Anki is good for OTK, attacking directly in time, really good. DN for those time you got to use your Solid Soldier. Divine Wind for the time you got to touch Stratos with it. Baguska, didn't use them in the entire weekend. Tornado Dragon, didn't use them not once. I almost resolved Exciton Knight, but my opponent had an out to it. I decided to go with 2 ISOs because I figured if my opponent would Ghost, I found myself at locals getting Ghost Ogred for 1, and I needed a second one later in the duel, so I decided to go with 2. Did not disappoint me. I wasn't mad for having 2. It actually felt good knowing I can bluff my opponent into killing 1 ISO and then having another one for backup. So yeah, man, 2 ISO, 1 Gunblar for the Gunblar combos, Decode Talker, Summon Sorceress. Barely used her, honestly. Like, this deck is good because I can use it, but I never really used her that much this weekend. I think I used it here and there. Wonder Driver didn't use it at all. Nightmare Phoenix didn't use it at all, but it was there for those random decks that I can use it against, and it unclogs Mally, so that's good. Now my side deck. This definitely needs work, in my personal opinion, but I think it did good for what I thought I was going to be expecting. Once again, I didn't expect that dinosaur deck that I played against, and I did not expect the Layer Darkness deck. So it's all good though. You know, I'm learning for YCS Chicago. I plan on topping that event. 3 Dino Wrestler Pankratrops. This was good at locals against any rogue decks. True Draco, which this deck does kind of have a problem with. Didn't side it in really all weekend. Didn't really get a chance to use it. I sided it in, but never got a chance to use it. Either I won or I lost. Ghost Ogre, keeping this in my side deck. Really good card. Good against dinosaurs. Good against Pendulum. This is a good solid card. 2 Lancias. To whoever told me this card was good against Thunder Dragons, you guys lied to me. I legit, in my Thunder Dragon game, sided this in against Thunder Dragons. It did nothing but sat in my hand and it almost made me lose. Now on the flip side, against the Warrior decks, Rongo Bongo, against Infernoids, it helped. So thank you guys for recommending it, but this card is trash against Thunder Dragons. I would never side it against Thunder Dragons, but I will keep it in my side deck. I might even side in a third one because this card actually could win you games. 3 red reboots for the Altergeist, which I did not play all weekend, surprisingly, because they were in high numbers at the event. And then right off my side deck, 3 Twin Twister because it's good. Didn't need to really use it. And 1 Mind Control because I saw it in Simo's side deck video. Shout out to Simo for recommending this card and making me remember how good this card was. It actually won me a game against Rongo Bongo. So yeah, man, this card's solid, man. But overall, man, I like the deck. Like, even though I said I didn't do that well at the event, that don't mean my deck was bad. You know, this format right now is really a dice roll heavy format. So going first gives the opponent a huge advantage. And then not to mention, you really can't prepare for decks you weren't prepared for. Like, if Dinosaurs was not on my radar, and if Layer of Darkness was not on my radar, I'm not going to naturally mentally prepare for them and think about what kind of deck I'm going to use for them. But yeah, man, let me show you guys a quick combo real fast, because that's what I wanted to do before I close out the video. Just want to show you guys what you can do with Neo Space Connector. Play Connector, go into your Aqua Dolphin. I say you had evenly and pitch evenly, eat the hand trap. You're gonna link off with these two. You're gonna make your ISO add. You know, you always want to add your Honest Neos and Affected Dump. So let's see, you're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4. Dump 4 to bring out your, oh, what am I doing? That's my side deck. To bring out your Shadow Mist, activate Shadow Mist effect. Get your Mass Change. And right there you got a 1 card Dark Law, Mass Change. And then you can actually banish these two to add this back to your hand. And you're in a good position. So that's one of the reasons why I like to run it, because it's a 1 card Dark Law. You got the Mass Change, you got the ISO. But let's say, for example, I would have had a hand with an extra warrior monster in my hand, right? So let's say it'll be in hand. I open up Neo Space Connector, and let's say, hypothetically speaking, I would have had, let's say Spiral Super Agent. Play Super Agent, call spell, call it right, play Connector, bring out the Aqua Dolphin, pitch for the Aqua Dolphin, eat the hand trap, do the same little play where you're gonna go boom boom, keep the card on the board so you can use the bracket later to eat more cards in the hand. Effect, you're gonna add your Honest Neos from your deck to your hand. Then you're gonna dump, obviously, so you're gonna go 1, 2, 3. Now I always usually keep United We Stand because I like that card. 3, and then 4 to bring out your Shadow Mist, using your Shadow Mist effect to grab your Mass Change. Now, what I usually like to do at this point, you can either another card that's opponent's hand by bringing back another Aqua Dolphin if you want to. If they don't have anything in their hand, you can just go for this play right here. So just obviously link these two off for your Summon Sorceress. Use Summon Sorceress effect to bring. Now this is okay. I'm lying. I did use Summon Sorceress more than once this weekend. Target that. Bring out another Neo Space Connector, because you definitely want to burn through these since you really don't need to open them up. Then you're gonna go link off again. For what am I doing? Moving too fast. Gunblar, set Mass Change, banish 2 for your Divine Sword, and then you got 2 guaranteed to eat out your opponent's hand. You just ate a card with your Neo Space Connector, and then yeah, man, you're gonna be doing good. So tell me what you guys think about my list in the comment section down below. It'd have been better if I would have said, yay, I topped the event and got my invite, or yay, I top 8'd, but you know, for what it was, man, I think I did pretty solid at the event. I'm not really mad about the losses I got. Just getting prepared for YC Chicago. So yeah, man, tell me what you guys think in the comment section down below. Subscribe if you haven't. This is InnovationYGO, and I'm signing out. Peace.